In the world of celebrity drama, the latest saga involving Diddy, Cassie, and now Ja Rule and Atkins is turning heads and raising eyebrows. Allegations are flying, secrets are being revealed, and the music industry is abuzz with whispers and theories. But what's really going on behind these sensational headlines? Let's find out. Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy has caused quite a stir, revealing a series of unsettling accusations and hidden stories. It's not just Cassie raising her voice. Others previously close to Diddy are now sharing their experiences. A prime example is Atkins, Ja Rule's wife, who's been subtly hinting at some dubious interactions between Diddy and her husband. This legal showdown, underpinned by New York's Adult Survivors Act, is a revelation. Cassie's 35-page lawsuit unveils a decade of distressing incidents. There's even more to this story. Cassie alleges that Diddy once destroyed a man's car over a simple interest shown in her. The situation then escalates. She claims that Diddy coerced her into non-consensual encounters with male escorts and recounts an instance where an armed Diddy pursued a rival industry figure. Cassie also speaks about the intimidation tactics used by Diddy, like having her carry his gun in her purse, a constant source of fear. The lifestyle she was pulled into with Diddy was just as troubling: excessive alcohol, drug use, and pressure to obtain illegal prescriptions. One of the most unsettling allegations involves freak-offs, or EOs. Cassie claims Diddy forced her into sexual scenarios with male employees who were disguised and intoxicated. Now, let's talk about Ja Rule and his wife, Atkins. Their marital troubles have been in the spotlight, but Aisha's revelations add a unique twist. In an MTV exclusive titled Married Life After Prison, she disclosed that Ja Rule, known for his romantic songs, left her for another man he met in prison. That's quite the plot twist, isn't it? After over a decade of marriage, Ja Rule, whose real name is Jeffrey Atkins, made this decision in just 2 years, following a prison sentence for a gun charge. When Ja Rule was released from prison in 2013, Atkins had high hopes for their family life to return to normal. But what happened next was completely unexpected. She said Ja Rule came home just long enough to grab his things and leave. That must have been a shock. Aisha's bombshell didn't end there. She claimed that Ja Rule confessed to being in a relationship with his personal trainer. And here's the twist: the trainer was not only a man but also his former cellmate. She was driving 4.5 hours each way, almost every weekend, to visit him. That's nearly a 9-hour round trip. Their weekends were a routine of watching football games on Saturdays and visiting Ja Rule in prison on Sundays, even on holidays. That's commitment, isn't it? Throughout his 2-year sentence, Ja Rule acknowledged Aisha as his rock, appreciating how she supported him. He even told her not to bother with the long drives, as he was located near Canada, quite a distance away. Aisha initially thought this was Ja Rule being considerate of her travel burden. Little did she know the true reason behind his words. Ja Rule's request for fewer visits from his wife Aisha during his prison time raised some eyebrows. Later, it seemed like there might have been more to this request. Aisha, respecting his wishes, reduced her visits, leaving him with less family contact. But whispers started that Ja Rule might have wanted fewer distractions to continue a secret relationship with another man in prison. The plot thickens with claims from John Deal about Ja Rule's unexpected involvement in activities far from the public eye. According to Deal, Diddy played a key role in influencing Ja Rule's encounters with other men. Deal dropped some bombshells about Ja Rule's participation in what he called freak-offs, events supposedly organized by Cassie and Diddy. He even suggested that Ja Rule might have been one of the male escorts at these events. That's a pretty wild claim, isn't it? Deal didn't stop there. He alleged seeing Diddy buy a variety of sex toys, including butt plugs, and remembered a particular instance where Diddy paid extra to keep his purchase under wraps. He also recounted a trip to North Carolina with Diddy. They stayed in a grand hotel, and Diddy shared a presidential suite with another man. In a curious incident at the hotel, Deal faced a dilemma. A visitor, claiming to be Ja Rule's cousin, showed up wanting to enter the presidential suite. Deal, following strict orders, had to decide whether to let this person in. He ended up telling Ja Rule's cousin that he couldn't enter the room. This situation must have been quite a predicament for Deal, caught between following orders and dealing with an unexpected guest. In a rather dramatic turn of events, Ja Rule's cousin, who was initially denied entry into the suite, tried to barge in. He was insistent on seeing Ja Rule and Diddy, referred to as Puffy, despite being told they needed privacy. This insistence led to a bit of a scuffle with John, who ended up pushing the cousin into a piano. Ja, equally stunned to see his cousin in such a situation, asked, "Yo, what's going on?" When Diddy inquired about the noise, John had to explain the cousin's forceful attempt to get into the room. Ja then turned to his cousin and said it was probably for the best that he didn't come in, hinting at something more than meets the eye happening inside. John found the entire ordeal somewhat amusing, especially the part about the men hurriedly covering up while discussing their activities. But that's not all he shared. He also spilled the beans on Diddy's visits to Turkish baths, which were supposedly more than just relaxation spots. According to John, these baths were places where Diddy and other industry bigwigs met and networked with gay men. These Turkish baths, as John described, were not your average hangout spots. They were like secret meeting places for some in the music industry. Aspiring professionals, eager to make connections with influential executives like Diddy, often felt they had no choice but to visit these baths. And there they would engage in activities that were, let's just say, a bit questionable, all in the hope of advancing their careers. He noticed how often these meetings were happening, sometimes up to 2 or 3 times a week. John, along with the driver, would often wait outside while others ventured into these baths. These outings weren't just casual drop-ins, but seemed to have a specific purpose. But John Deal isn't the only one spilling the beans about Diddy's complex world. Enter Jaguar Wright, a known name in the music scene. She came forward with her own set of startling revelations about Diddy. In an interview, Wright pledged to tell all about the music mogul. Back in 2003, Wright worked with a lawyer who had previous ties with Bad Boy Records, Diddy's label. This lawyer supposedly had an eye-opening tale to tell, which linked back to Diddy. Wright has accused Diddy of using his influence to manipulate people into meeting his personal demands. She shared a particular incident involving singer and actor Christopher Williams, who was in the middle of negotiating a demo deal with Diddy. During this time, the lawyer handling the deal's paperwork had an unexpected encounter at Diddy's office. She reportedly walked in on Williams and Diddy in a compromising situation. What's intriguing is the lawyer's initial nonchalant reaction to this shocking discovery. However, things took a turn the next day when Diddy allegedly brought up the incident himself. He seemed worried about whether the lawyer would keep the encounter under wraps, hinting at his concern for keeping such matters private. But Diddy's response didn't just end with a question. Wright claims that Diddy threatened the lawyer, implying that he could ruin her life if she spoke about what she had seen. This incident, as Wright points out, isn't an isolated case. She suggests that people close to Diddy have consistently said he uses his power to force both men and women into degrading acts to assert his dominance. From the alleged manipulation by Diddy to the unexpected twists in Ja personal life, each story adds another layer to this complex narrative. What do you think about these claims? Are they shocking truths or just rumors? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing updates.